What is your strongest held opinion? Just because you're older than me doesn't mean you're right and I'm wrong. That most people don't deserve a driver's license. I would rather be excluded for who I include, than included for who I exclude. That is the dilemma of high school in a nutshell. Question everything. Never stop asking why are things the way they are. Why? Listen here you little shit. That this toothpaste should not be recommended. Those other 9 dentists can go suck it. Found the 10th dentist. 10th dentist could be a funny phrase for saying you disagree with most of the people you would normally agree with. Can we rename r/unpopular opinion to r/the 10th dentist? Sidewalk is for regular walking, not fancy walking. What about silly walking? That's far too complicated to go into here. They've got an entire ministry for that. The school system is broken. MLM companies should be banned. Sometimes the bad guy has a point, even if he's still the bad guy. That's what makes the best villains. The best villain shouldn't have evil logic, just evil methods. During late 2018 and early 2019 there was a huge undercover Reddit marketing campaign by bidet manufacturers to sell more bidets. This ended when a comment once joked about how there had to be some sort of bidet conspiracy theory, because they were seeing so many posts praising them. Think back. I guarantee that you've noticed how many comments, like I love my bidet, and it changed my life, and I could never go back, you've seen here on Reddit a while back. You couldn't throw a rock in a thread without calling in the bidet praise squad. But, since that one joke about it being a conspiracy, they all just vanished overnight. My guess. Big bidet flew too close to the sun and got spooked. And without that sweet cash flow, Redditors didn't have any more incentive to talk about bidets, which is why you don't see any more comments about it. There is no war in basing SE, big bidet. I'm still seeing those, if you got shit on your arm, would you just wipe it off with paper, posts. I think big bidet is still out there, quietly testing the water so to speak, and waiting for the right time to flood all the comments. I think big bidet is still out there, quietly testing the waters. I think your bidet is doing it wrong. My bidet sprays the waters. Have I mentioned how I love my bidet, and it makes my ass sparkly clean, and how this is entirely not a paid advertisement? Turn signals matter. Or as my people say, use your fucking blink app. Trash doesn't belong on the ground. Find a fucking trash can. Everyone's an idiot, some more than others. I declare myself king of the idiots. And who are you, that I must bow so low? If you only get your information from one source, you aren't informed. And getting it from multiple sources can still mean you aren't informed. It's the quality of the sources, not the quantity. The whole don't do unto others what you don't want done unto you thing. Isn't this the golden rule? No. The golden rule states it's okay when it's in a three-way. It's not gay when it's in a three-way. Just because you disagree with/dislike someone doesn't mean they deserve to be treated poorly. My mom has a similar saying, you can dislike things, don't be a dick about the things you don't like. Libraries are absolutely vital public services, and politicians who attempt to bleed them dry through slow cuts to funding are depriving their communities of a fundamental good. Limiting knowledge is limiting freedom. Always strive for improvement in physical condition, intelligence, and the lives of those around you. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes, understand their circumstance then judge. Add on, if someone is doing something that literally does not affect you or anyone else, leave them the fuck alone. What if I just wanna push someone over? What if they don't have shoes? My strongest held opinion is that we do not value humility enough. All of us, each and every one, are flawed and ignorant, and speak beyond what we should, because of our own biases on a regular basis. Too often we argue things or double down on things we are not properly informed about, or have our judgment compromised by our own biases on, and it only hurts all of us. And NBSP. Ego is a pretty big personal enemy for all of us. Being educated does not mean you're intelligent. If I learned anything in college it was this. I have 2 college degrees, and I met plenty of stupid people while I was there, including some professors. Not everyone was stupid obviously, but it was definitely more than a few. I've also met plenty of people who have never set foot inside of a university that were significantly smarter than me. The owl is no wiser than any other bird, but he specializes in the night. The red-tailed rides the thermals better than any hummingbird who beat wind. Meanwhile the carrion birds gather about that which no other will eat. We are specialists and we are generalists, and we are all subject to our nature. The swallow may fly south with the sun, or the house martin or the plover may seek warmer climes in winter, yet these are not strangers to our land. Are you suggesting coconuts migrate? Sorting by controversial will turn this post into a /r/unpopular opinion thread. Isn't unpopular opinions mostly people posting about popular opinions that they pretend aren't popular? Pretty much. People don't upvote posts they disagree with. People don't always change. Leave my underwear out of this. It can happen here. Doesn't matter much what it is, or how long ago it happened last. People are still people. We just have fancier toys now. It can happen again and it can happen here. Plan accordingly. This is how I feel watching the protests in Hong Kong. Our rights here in the States are not guaranteed, and I'm not giving them up without a fight. There are lots of people who want me to be quiet, so they can take away my rights. Don't call them riots. They are protesting peacefully. Just because it is in very large numbers does not make it a riot. You're absolutely right. My apologies. Fuck Chris Brown. Fuck R. Kelly too. Songs with sirens in them shouldn't be played on the damn radio. Yes, and furthermore, radio ads shouldn't be allowed to have honking horns in them. And phones ringing, distracting F. Sexual assault charges, including molestation, sodomy, and child sex charges, as well as human trafficking and child porn, should carry heavier sentences than drug charges. It's BS that people who have actually changed their lives and haven't been around the drug lifestyle for years can't even get a decent job because of a record in the societal view of it due to the government money machine war on drugs. It should be a no-brainer that a dad raping their kid should carry heavier sentences than some kid doing weed, but they don't, which is fucking stupid. Opinions should not be strongly held in the presence of fact. Morizo, opinions should not be strongly held in the absence of fact. If you look down on and/or mistreat waitstaff, janitors, retail workers, etc., you are an awful person regardless of anything else. The amount of people who simultaneously demand a service and then denigrate the people who provide it is too damn high. Hard shot first. Hard shot only. Why is this always lost in the debate?